You know, I was really fortunate. I ran into Joe in a waiting room, and I noticed something right away about him. It was his dynamic energy, his positive attitude, his approach to people, and I thought there's something special about him. So I started talking to him, and that's when I learned about the course.
My favorite part is that I came in thinking, okay, how am I going to get my students or my aides or myself out of distress? But what I'm getting out of this too is that I'm learning what kind of personality my husband is. So this is going to help in my interpersonal relationships. We're 2 years newly married, you know, we're trying to figure things out. So this is helping me in my personal relationships, this is going to help me in my professional relationships, this is going to help me in every part of my life with every relationship.
The most important takeaway will be how to effectively communicate with people. Not saying, here I am, speak my language, but saying, here you are, let me come to where you are, and let me communicate with you effectively. Because on this planet, the thing is people. In my mind, the thing is people, and we need to communicate effectively. And if we can do that, then, you know, world peace is next. What excites me the most about this would be the fact that learning how to communicate effectively in somebody's real language means real communication happens, and you can help them wherever they are in their life. It's been really helpful that Joe and Judy dress up in costumes, that they put on different voices, that they go through all of the personality types in distress and then in normal, how someone would look, so we can see what it looks like. They're not just teaching from who they are, but they're teaching from the perspective of who every man is.
It's a way of understanding what you're saying to people, what they're hearing. And that's actually the argument I've been making at my office now. By developing that understanding of what people are observing in the world, how people are seeing information, and being aware of how you're presenting information, you stand a much better chance of making sure your message is clearly understood. Without it, you're pretty much just walking around half-cocked. You're saying what you always say and wondering, why didn't it work with this guy? Why did it work with the other guy? Using process, you'll be able to understand, okay, this guy I was talking his language, he understood me, he heard me. The exact same message this guy fell on deaf ears because he couldn't hear the thing I was saying. Now you can change how you're presenting it. You're not changing your message is still the same thing. You're still offering the same product, the same service, the same advantages. You're just making sure the person you're talking to understands that better.
Well, I'd like to be more effective in my marriage with my wife and energizing her better, and learn better on how to deal with stress and distress in my own life, and maybe teaching those concepts to others.
I deal with a lot of different people and personalities, so I come in contact with hundreds and hundreds of people every year. I would just like to be the most effective communicator that I can be.
I mentioned to them the things that I'm learning right away. They said, wow, that's what we need. We need that.
We very much recommend it for everybody.
The single best thing that they can do to know themselves better and be able to communicate more effectively with others.